Welcome to the Beyond Me devotional by John McLean, a shared project with the Selah Time to Pause podcast from Plexus Salvation Army, an online church in the UK. Over these 40 days, we want to firstly deepen our appreciation for all that Christ did on the cross. Secondly, we want to understand what it means to live a life through the lens of the cross, to respond to the invitation of Christ to look beyond ourselves and realise that we are not only partakers in God's redemption plan, but we are called to participate in His mission to redeem our families, communities and world. Together we aim to express, embrace and embody what it means to be redeemed by God. So grab your coffee and get ready to spend some time with God as we look beyond ourselves for a fresh encounter. If you haven't already, don't forget to join our Facebook listener group dedicated to the series, where you can share all your thoughts and personal reflections sparked by what we learn and hear in the podcast. Make sure to join us there by following the link in the description, which we've also shared on our social media, or by searching for Beyond Me Lent Devotional on Facebook. Each reflection has been written by John McLean and read by Joanne James. May you be blessed today. Today is day 22, remembering God's promises.
For when I stop and breathe in your presence, I find that you are the answer. You're all I need. And even when I don't understand, I know I am safe in your hands. Just breathe. Just breathe.
Genesis chapter 16, verses 1 to 4. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian slave named Hagar. So she said to Abram, "The Lord has kept me from having children. Go, sleep with my slave. Perhaps I can build a family through her." Abram agreed to what Sarai said. So, after Abram had been living in Canaan 10 years, Sarai, his wife, took her Egyptian slave Hagar and gave her to her husband to be his wife. He slept with Hagar, and she conceived.
Reading Genesis and travelling with these early stories of migration, of promise, of sin and family. The season of Lent is also infused with these themes, and it's the story of Sarai and Hagar that has hit me hardest during these scriptural ponderings. Sarai and Abram have already received God's promise of descendants, as many as the stars in the sky. They've seen God's blessings in their own long lives, and yet here they are manipulating God's plan because they cannot imagine it working as promised. Sarai turns her slave Hagar over to her husband as a surrogate for motherhood. Abram goes along. The child of Hagar and Abram is born, and the resulting conflict rolls through generations, all because they could not wait on God, all because they took matters into their own hands, or rather forced their own will on others like Hagar, who find themselves on the receiving end of more powerful people's anxieties, doubts and need for control. I find myself wondering this season about how our own inability to trust in God's promises visits hardship and suffering on the lives of others, where my own impatience with God's timeline or my doubt in God's plans creates and multiplies pain in the lives of those around me. I draw hope from the end of the story. God turns even Hagar and Ishmael's pain into blessing. No matter how we damage others with our lack of trust, God still creates good for them. They are blessed despite our brokenness.
God, help me to honestly repent of my own pain, doubts, and lack of trust in you, so that I do not put it onto others. Help me to stand on your promises.
When darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Shame no longer has a place to hide. I am not a captive to the lies. I'm not afraid to leave my past behind. I won't be shaken. I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. There's power that can break off every chain. There's power that can empty out a grave. There's resurrection power that can save. There's power in your name. Power in your name. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. No, my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love.